Hey guys, Golden Eagle here. Today I've got another Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer commentary for you guys. In this video, I want to go more into detail about all of the perks that will be in Ghosts. Before I do that though, I have some news about Ghosts on Xbox One. It has just been announced at the Gamescom event in Germany this morning that Activision announced that the Xbox One version of Ghosts will have dedicated servers powered by the Xbox Live Cloud. So wow, this is the thing that many of us Call of Duty players have been clamoring for years, and it's finally going to be in the game. That means, hypothetically, no lag compensation, no host advantage, no host migration, and very much reduced lag. So that's really awesome news. Also, they announced that there will be a premium bundle that includes Ghosts with the Xbox One. I'm very interested to see if they will eventually announce whether or not the PS4 will have dedicated servers as well. I actually have Ghosts pre-ordered for the PS4, so if that version does not have dedicated servers, I think that will be a deal breaker for me, and many other Call of Duty fans out there. So, anyways, let's move on from that news to talking about the perks in Call of Duty Ghosts. This image has been circulating around Reddit for the past few days. It shows off all of the perks in the game and gives a description about what each one does. Now, while many of these perks have been officially confirmed, others are only speculation or guesses, so this might not be exactly how the perks are when the game comes out. So the way that the perks work in Ghost, in case you don't already know, is that each perk is assigned a value from 1 through 5. You have 8 points to spend on perks, plus 1 more point if you give up your secondary weapon, lethal or tactical respectively. So you can take as many perks as you want, adding up to the total number of points you have to spend. There are a total of 35 perks in the game, split into 7 categories with 5 perks each. I'll go through each category and read through the perks and descriptions. And I'll put the images up real quickly, so if you guys want to pause the video and read them. First, we have the speed category here. In it, we have Quick Draw for 1 point, which allows faster ADS. Sleight of Hand for 2 points, which allows faster reload. Agility for 2 points, which allows faster movement speed. Marathon for 2 points, which allows longer sprint duration. And Stalker for 2 points, which allows you to move faster while aiming down sight. It looks like all of those are returning perks that we've seen before. Next, we have the Stealth category. First, we have Takedown for 1 point, and it makes it so that any enemies that you kill don't appear as a skull to their teammates. So, you know, like when you kill an enemy in Call of Duty, their teammates can see their skull, so they can kind of know where you are because they'll be able to tell where you killed their teammate from. But with this perk, it makes it so that their skull doesn't show up, so their teammates can't tell where you are as easily. We have Blind Eye for 2 points, which makes it so they can't be detected by AI kill streaks. Off the Grid for 2 points, which makes it so that you can't be detected by the enemy's SATCOMs, or Ghost version of the UAV. Dead Silence for 2 points, which makes it so that you don't make any noise. Now I don't know if this is just your footsteps or your whole character in general. Either one or both, not sure. Ghost for 2 points, which makes it so that enemies can't see your name tag or you don't have a red crosshair when they target you. Let's move on to the Resistance category. First, we have Lightweight for 1 point, which makes it so that you don't take any falling damage. Next, we have Painkiller for 2 points. Oh god, I hope this one isn't true, but I'm pretty sure this one's just speculation. But what's speculated is that your health regenerates faster. I really hope that's not true, but we'll see. Toughness for 2 points, which reduces your flinch when you get shot at. Tac Resist for 2 points, which increases your resistance to tactical grenades. And finally, Blast Shield for 2 points, which increases your resistance to explosives. Here we have Elite, which I think has the most interesting perks in it. First, we have Gamble for 1 point, which allows you to re-roll your care package and change it into something else. Hardline for 2 points, which makes it so that it takes 1 less point to achieve your point streaks. Ping for 2 points, which this is one that looks pretty interesting. You can detect nearby enemies of enemies that you've killed, so I guess they'll show up as red dots if they're near somebody you killed. That one definitely sounds interesting, especially for rushing. Like maybe you'll rush into a room, or like maybe they're spawned and you don't know exactly where everyone is, and you kill someone, the rest of the enemies that are nearby will show up. So that definitely sounds interesting. Overkill, which has a question mark, so we're not sure how many points it's worth, but it allows you to equip 2 primary weapons, of course. And finally, the perk I'm most interested in Call of Duty Ghosts, and I think one that could possibly be overpowered, is Deadeye, worth 5 points. And what it does is it increases the probability of increased damage the more kills you get in a row. So the higher your point streak, the more kills you rack up, it increases the probability that your weapon will do more damage. So it's more likely to do more damage. So this is kind of like stopping power in the previous Call of Duty games, except that it won't happen every time. It's just like a random thing that's more likely to happen the more kills that you get. But I think this could definitely be overpowered, and it could be that perk that, you know, everyone uses, and it's kind of like a necessity, and if you don't have it on it, you're at a disadvantage. So I'm really interested to see exactly how this one works and how it performs, and if it will be overpowered, which I think it could be. Next is the handling category. First, for 1 point, we have Strong Arms, which allows you to throw equipment farther. On the Go, for 2 points, which allows you to reload while sprinting. I think that'll be interesting, and it could be really useful, because, you know, especially for those of us who reload so much, I know I do. I reload almost after every kill, and which is probably something I shouldn't do, because it gets me killed a lot. But, you know, I'll be able to sprint away and reload, so I guess that might help me a little bit. Fast Hands for 2 points, which allows you to swap your weapons faster, of course. Steady Aim for 2 points, which decreases your hipfire recoil. Dexterity for 2 points, which makes your weapon ready faster after sprinting, and possibly after mantling and sliding too. The new player movements that are in Call of Duty Ghosts. Next is the Awareness category. First is Recon for 1 point, which allows you to spot enemies through explosives and or hit markers, and will make them show up for your team as well. Scavenger for 2 points, which allows you to resupply your ammo from fallen enemies. Sit Rep for 2 points, which makes it so that you could see enemy equipment and SATCOMs. Awareness for 2 points, which allows you to hear enemy footsteps louder. Wiretap for 2 points, which is another pretty interesting one. It allows you to use enemy SATCOMs, or again, the Ghost version of UAVs, as your own. And it also works with the SATCOM stacking system, which makes it so that the SATCOM performs better the more of them that your team calls in. So you could use enemy ones to your advantage, which is pretty interesting. I wonder if it's going to be like hacking them, or if they'll just automatically work when the enemy sets them down. So basically it'll be like, if your team or the enemy team gets a SATCOM, you have a UAV. So I think that's pretty interesting. And finally, we have the last category, Equipment. In here we have TAC +1 for 1 point, which allows an extra tactical grenade. Lethal +1 for 2 points, which allows an extra lethal grenade. Bandolier for 2 points, which allows extra magazines. Attachments +1, which has a question mark, so we don't know how many points it's worth, but it allows for a 4th weapon attachment. And finally, the last perk, for 3 points, Danger Close, which increases explosive weapon damage. Hopefully it won't work too well with the noob tubes, like in Modern Warfare 2, but we'll see. Well, alrighty then. So that was every single one of the 35 perks that are going to be in Call of Duty Ghosts. I think that many of those are pretty accurate, and most of them have actually been already confirmed or shown off in the game, so we know that that's actually what they're going to be. So, let me know what you guys think about any or all of them, which ones you guys will be using, which ones you think maybe might be overpowered. Personally, I think maybe Deadeye or Painkiller, if that's one of them, or maybe even Off the Grid, which makes it so that you're blind to the UAVs. Any of those could be overpowered maybe, but we'll see. Let me know which ones you guys think might be overpowered, and leave me a comment down below with all that info. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.